Alright, we're live on Twitch, and we're live on YouTube. Exit. Okay. So, let's see. There's an upgrade over there. Want to make my way over to... And I know I have the radar on this thing, but I'd still rather do it the old-fashioned way with the watchtowers. So let's see. Let's go this way. Here. Here. Alright, I got up here. Now the question is how do I get down? Easy. So our task today is just to open up some more of the map, find the resources we're going to need to repair bridges and get things rolling here. High-sided? Really? There's one thing with the long frame on this thing. It does tend to high-side quite a bit. Much like the Ford F-750. Oh, that's right. We're going to haul this thing. Let me go ahead and do that. I mean, you guys know me. Sticking to the plan is not something I'm very good at. Where's my... OBS, what are you doing today? Where'd my chat go? There we go. Alright. Got two folks on Twitch. Appreciate you guys showing up. Actually, we'll come back to this. Let's stick with the plan. So let's back this thing up, because I don't want to have to remap and all that fun stuff. Probably going to high side on this again, right? Yep, probably. See if we can do it so we don't. Come on. No place to winch to, really? Try a different line here. Convenient truck. Trailer's a pain in the ass sometimes. There we go. Yeah. It says there's a road here. I'm going to take its word for it. Doesn't look like much of a road at this point, but... sketchy. Very sketchy. There we go. Not a problem. Easy peasy. City Flyer. Yeah, still having fun on this map. Now that the release date's out, because I've got the game on my Xbox. So those of you on Xbox that are watching, I will be playing co-op on Xbox. And I should be crossplay with PC. I know I've done that before, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you want to go to my Discord and just let me know you're interested in a co-op, then we'll, when April 10th hits, I'll see what my schedule is like, and we can set up a time. So my expectation is going to be, it'll be in the mornings. A lot of it depends on some other things. Like today, I'm getting to a late start because of some scheduling conflicts. So I'll be streaming until 3 today. But so we'll have to, you know, if you're interested in co-op, you sign up, let me know, and depending on the schedule and when you're available, what we'll try to do, what I'd like to do is be fully connected and everything with the person or people I'm co-oping with about a half an hour before the stream, and that way we're not spending streaming time getting hooked up with everybody, because that's kind of boring. So, you know, part of the point of streaming is obviously to be entertaining. That was enough. There we go. And I don't know that I want to co-op with more than one person. That's probably a little hard to manage on a stream because I'm talking to chat and everything, so it'll probably be just one other person. While I would prefer people, if we're co-oping, my preference would be in-game vehicles, not modded vehicles, but if you've got a cool mod, we can talk about it before the stream. But for the most part, I would prefer vehicles that are in the game. But again, if you're interested, here, I'll tell you what, let me put, I forgot to do this. I meant to pin my Discord. And we'll paste that there. Then we will pin that. Come on. There we go. We'll pin the message. There we go. And there's my Discord, so you can get an invite. I don't know if people on Twitch can. I have to figure out how to do that on Twitch. I really got to learn Twitch. I keep putting it off. But again, that's April 10th, so we've got, what was that, 2 weeks from now, basically. So, and I'll post some stuff. I actually may make a channel just for signing up for. Oops. Wow. Talk about getting stuck. Jeez. No substantial trees anywhere. That's great. See if maybe we can get out this way. We'll back it up here. Take a little different route. More driving, less talking. There you go. What's going on, man? Oops. That's fine. trailer just messes me up so much. Corral, how you doing? Azure Lane, huh? Nice. Oh, watching Chernobyl? Yeah, I was. I don't think you got on the stream last night, but I was streaming Atomfall, so it's funny that you're doing Chernobyl, the miniseries of Chernobyl. Seeing as there are some similarities there. Mismanaged nuclear power plant or nuclear plant going to crap. Oh, this is really unfortunate. See if I can get this trailer turned around. This trailer is a pain in the butt. Oh, you did? Nice. Cool, man. I'm glad. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a hard time stopping, so I will play some tonight. I'm going to do sort of what you do. I'm just, as I play that game, I'm just going to stream it. I don't know that I'm going to do it on a schedule, because I've already have a schedule for these two games. And that game, I don't, you know, the thing with games like that is that it's a story, and so I don't want to play it and then stream it, sort of. It's weird. All right, so now I've got myself royally screwed here. I don't think there's anything I can attach to. Nope. When you play stream, yep. Yep. Let's see if I can use this to get me out of here. Nope. Now let's try this one. Nope. Couldn't tip myself over. Actually, make this trailer useful for a change. So yeah, I thought that would be more fun, because I'll be playing Atomfall like every day, so I'll probably stream it before boats, and then probably should be trying to go backwards. Going forwards and winching myself backwards is probably not the plan. Not the strat, as it were. I got myself in a mess there, didn't I? Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Of course, they put the ice hole right where there are no substantial trees. Let's try going around the ice holes here. I hate when you run into ice holes right in the middle of the road. I'm not stuck. I'm good. It's an expert in boobas. You're definitely an expert in boobas. There's no doubt about that, dude. I bow to your expertise there for sure. Yeah, I've played. I don't know if I actually played the Azure Lane. I think I've played the Azure Lane game for like 20 minutes or so. I understand how it works. I understand the incentive system that they have crafted there. It's quite understandable. And I've watched some of the anime. I guess it must have been the mobile game. I don't know if is there a for like I said, like 15 minutes. I just wanted to see, because when they came out with the collection, I was like, well, where's this come from? And I had seen the anime, I'd watched a couple episodes of that on Crunchyroll, but then I found out there was a game. It was either a game based on it, and I was like, oh, well, let me see what the game is. Like I said, I played for about 15 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm not interested. But again, I understand the incentive systems they've built in that game. Now, does that qualify as a gacha game? One is the normal, the other is... Oh, is it? Okay. I've probably... Yeah. I've probably watched... I don't know, to be honest. But I mean, they were fighting, the enemy fleet would show up and they'd sort of do their semi-transformer thing and all that stuff, so... Uh-oh, game locked up. No, it's alright. Okay. Yeah, let me get up to the highway here. Oh, really? Oh, is it? Alright, I'll have to look that up. I've always liked anime. Always been fascinated. I usually watch the darker stuff, but Sword Art, and this is typical stuff. Sword Art Online, the Titan ones, the Attack of the Titans. Really like that. That was a lot of that was again quite dark, but and then there's obviously sort of the darker original anime stuff that I mean, it's obviously much more adult subject matter, not necessarily sexual, but like depression and stuff like that is pretty interesting. I'm guessing I need to go up here. I'm gonna stay on this road for a minute and then we'll come back because I have a feeling I gotta go back there. Naruto. Now, see, I haven't watched. Yeah, I have not watched a lot of. I like Dragon Ball Z and the Naruto stuff. It doesn't appeal to me as much. And I don't even know why, like, for instance, Sword Art Online, I got started, I guess because my daughter was watching it, and I got interested in it. I just thought it was an interesting concept. But, and then, of course, there's things like Ghost in a Shell, probably one of my favorites. I don't even know if that counts as anime. I guess, yeah, it does. But I've watched Ghost in a Shell many times. It takes a while? Okay. All right. I haven't renewed my Crunchyroll because I just haven't had the time to watch much. But maybe I need to do that. The only anime I see anymore is like what they have on Prime Video and stuff like that. I don't even have Netflix anymore, so I've had to. Okay. Well, and I considered watching it when they had the. Oh, Death Note is good, yeah. Death Note. Um, a lot of the space ones, and I can't think of the names right off the top of my head, but and the Alchemist, I really enjoyed the Alchemist. Is it the Alchemist? What is it called? Metal Alchemy, maybe? My memory is so bad anymore. Alright, so let's go up here. Does this go around this way? Or does it go here? I guess we'll get up here and we'll find out. But yeah, Death Note was really good. I don't remember a lot of it because it's been a long time since I watched it. But I enjoy the art form a lot. I find it really intriguing. And also, I find really interesting the sort of the subject matter that, you know, Japanese animators and cultures take on, that lots of environmental stuff and social stuff that I find really interesting. Just their approach to things. Ghost in the Shell, again, was probably my favorite, I would have to say. Terminator Zero, okay, all right. Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. I mean, I've probably watched Ghost in a Shell probably 15, 20 times, and you still find you're like, oh wait, what is, you know, it's just like I said, it's much deeper than even sort of adult-oriented American animation is. Of course, it's been a long time since I watched any of that too, because it used to be just basically entertainment-focused kind of stuff, which is okay for sitting and just kind of hanging out on the couch and chilling. But the Japanese anime just really makes you really think. There was another one that I watched a lot of. What was it called? They were all in. There was like different factions fighting in like airships. Um, what was that called? No, see, I haven't. I've watched maybe an episode or two, and that's it. There's so many of them that I kind of watch here and there that I never really get into it enough to. Okay, so this will take me around to there. Okay. But no, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was the one I was thinking of for Fortnite. When I played Fortnite and we were and that was sort of the collab. I was like, huh, this is kind of interesting. I might have to get it. Might have to check it out, and I never did. I don't have I don't have the time or the attention span to watch a series of shows. It's bad. But again, if I want to do something entertaining, I do this. So it's like, I mean, just sitting on the couch or sitting in my bed watching TV is not something I do very often. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. Oh, it isn't? Okay. Well, I'll have to check it out. I mean, I know it's basically iconic at this point. See, the question is, do I drop? I'm thinking of dropping the trailer here. How far do we have to go? Not very. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop the trailer here because this thing is a frickin' boat anchor, and I'll come pick it up on the way back. It's almost empty anyway. Well, no, it's got a fair amount of fuel still in it, so that's fine. And I've got enough on board that it's not a problem. That's just pitiful. Bleach. Now, Bleach sounds familiar, but I don't think. No, I know. No, I don't think I ever watched that. But it sounds familiar. I've probably seen like an ad on Crunchyroll for it, or seen something on YouTube about it. These scouts are so good. Reapers killing demons. Okay. Hmm. And of course, Final Fantasy, I've seen stuff. I've seen. Again, don't think I've watched like a whole season, but I've seen quite a bit of that, I guess. But again, never got into it really deeply into it like I did Ghost in a Shell. All right, so it's straight up. Make sure I don't miss my turn here. And I even saw like the live action version of Ghost in a Shell, which that stuff is never as good. But and some of the later parts of that series I didn't like. They got live action always. Yeah, just stick to animation, guys. Have you seen the new? I'm sure you have. All the everybody's doing the. Is it Grok 3 that's got the filter on it, so you can make everything look like basically like anime art? What do they call it? Ghibli or whatever. Everybody's doing swapping everything over. But yeah, yeah, whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called. I just saw a blurb on it. I didn't really pay much attention to it. But like I said, the art style is what has first attracted me to anime, and then you get into the storylines and stuff, and sort of the subject matter, and like I said, it's quite interesting. And like the Blue Archive, I haven't looked at, when you talk about collabs for Legends, Blue Archive I never looked into. A lot of people seem to have a problem with it, so I don't know what that was about. But there's always sort of knife edge lines in that genre of animation that you got to be careful not to cross. But like I said, most of the ones I watched were sort of military oriented, war oriented. That's another animation series that I really did enjoy, and I watched a fair number of seasons on that one. Neighbors from Hell. There's the trailer park. That's the other gateway. All right. Several clicks away. Keep your cool on thin ice. Okay, that looks like it'll be an interesting. There's another scout trailer. There's scout trailers all over this map. Holy moly. Bricks for the warehouse. Okay, and there's the warehouse. I'll tell you what, I'll probably just leave that other trailer there, and I'll go pick this one up because it's full. And we'll go scout out this end of the map. Oh wait, that's there. It's not here. Oops. It's over here. So that's the trailer park. That's where one of these trucks goes. Oops, let me do that. So several clicks over. As a matter of fact, let's do that. So there's the trailer park. All right, let's go hop on the elephant here. Oh yeah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that whole Clone Wars thing was so good. That's who Disney should have hired. Instead, they decided to ruin the whole IP. I'm hoping one day somebody comes along and either buys that IP or buys Disney or something and just reworks, just trash all that stuff and do it over. It's so disheartening. I literally, I pretty much, I pretty much can't watch anything past the original 3 movies when they came out. Maybe Rogue One. Rogue One was okay. But it's just... made a new record? A new record loss is from what I saw. They made, what, 87 million? They need to make like 800 million. It's 240 million to pay for the movie and then 800 million to pay for distribution and marketing and the movie. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's bad. But hey, look, you know what? They had an agenda. They wanted to spread that agenda. They did. And, if they're willing to burn their money in a pile for that, then they're free to do that. It would be nice if they could get back to making movies that people want to watch. But, will that happen? I don't know. I don't understand the business model, clearly. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that's what they've decided to do. That's what they've decided to make their business model, and it has turned into an absolute disaster monetarily. But oops. Yeah. Well, I think like a lot of people that run companies anymore, they live in these bubbles, and I struggle with it because normally if you're having these kinds of losses time after time after time, you make changes, but for some reason they have been incapable. Well, this is a mess. Been incapable of doing that, so, but, again, numbers don't lie. You can tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself as far as, what the market wants and all this other stuff, and tell yourself that you're meeting that, and, you're going to, but if people don't come to see the stuff, people don't come to see the stuff. It's just that simple. Yeah. I mean, sticking with your metaphor there, Disney had decided to hire the iceberg. I mean, they chipped it off the Antarctic plate and towed it to their ship and then drove the ship into it. I just, like I said, I don't, you know. And again, you know, I mean, let's go to F1. So Red Bull hires Liam Lawson. He races 2 races, does a terrible job. Now, as you and I have talked about, they may not have set the car up as well as they should have. But you know, when rookies are beating him in the Haas and Sauber cars, I don't care how poorly you set the car up. But so he's gone. It's like twice, 2 races, didn't even make it through the whole season, and he's gone. This is how you run a business. Yeah, exactly. Yep. 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 I do I think he'll do better? Yes, only because he has more experience. Do I think he'll do better than Carlos did? No. Because of what we talked about. They seem to have devoted 85-90% of their resources to Max, which makes sense to some degree, but again, you're not going to beat, yeah, but you're not going to beat Piastri and Norris, both who have very good cars and are very good drivers and are competing for the #1 spot. Frankly, you're not going to beat even Ferrari because they've got 2 good drivers in a decent car, and so their chances are better on a race-by-race basis of getting a win or points than if you've got 1 good driver. Because you think about it, if they've got, and again, Yuki has gotten better over the years. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to dig on Yuki too much, but I don't think he's, you know, I don't think he's, I mean, he's not even 50% the driver that Max is, and certainly not the racer. I mean, I say driver, but let's be honest. There's drivers and there's racers. We've talked about this before. I don't know how much of a racer Yuki is. I mean, he's doing okay, but yep, yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't, you know, I mean, think about where Red Bull would be right now had Ferrari not gotten disqualified, because you and I both know that kilo of weight in Leclerc's car and the extra millimeter lower that Lewis's car didn't make that much of a difference. Let's call it a place each, maybe, and probably not, because 6th place was what, 20-30 seconds behind, so no. I don't buy that. It's the rules. I'm okay with that. Rules are the rules. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, and I don't know, you know, again, I don't know why they didn't pick Sainz up. That would have made, yeah, Sainz up. That would have made much more sense. Would Sainz beat Max? No. Would Sainz even compete with Max? Probably not. So therefore, Max is safe. He's not fighting his own teammate. I mean, that's why they didn't pick Lewis up. You imagine Lewis and Max in the same team together? I mean, it would be awesome, but yeah. 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 So, you know, they cut Perez loose because he wasn't performing, which I understand. I don't know how they kept him as long as they did, to be honest, other than Christian seemed to like him. Or money, cubic dollars somewhere. But thanks, 3D. I appreciate it. When was that? I must have missed that. Either that hasn't popped up on the Streamlabs yet. That's deep snow and you get a excavator stuck. Yep. Caveat, yep. That's what my dad and I were talking about. Max got Caveat kicked off the team and then took his girlfriend. It was kind of messed up. Yeah, and I mean, you look at Gasly's performance in a subpar car, he obviously knew how to drive. And Child, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You're absolutely right. I mean, there's pictures all over the internet of him with her daughter, with Caveat's daughter. That's why that's cold, dude. That is cold. Oh, nope, 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 no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna flip the truck, you goofball. Can I not get through there? Crap. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, this thing is a beast. I'll give it that. Took his seat, took his girl, took his baby girl. Yeah, exactly. That's cool. If Max gets murdered one day, Kvyat's probably going to be the #1 suspect. He's certainly got the motivation. I bet when they meet at some, at some racing venue, if Kvyat shows up, it's like there's no handshakes and hugs there. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the thing with Sebastian, I don't know what happened to him. Now, yeah, the car wasn't great, but he started getting a little crazy. I think competing with Lewis just somehow broke him a little bit. He just got wacky. And I don't where am I going? Where am I going? Why was I going here? I have no idea why I was going over here. That's what I get for talking. What did I think? Where did I think I was going? Wow. Boy, I effed that up. Can I turn around here? Yeah. Just sitting here talking. Yeah, and I mean, let's we know that Max certainly has the skill to be a 7 or 8-time world driver champion. And Lewis's opportunities to be an 8-time world champion, are limited. So he's, I think that's why he's hoping Ferrari gives him the car that he wants, that he needs. But again, there's a reason why 7 is as high as anybody's gotten so far. It's just not that easy in that time frame. And I think there are people who are capable of getting 7 before Michael, obviously, and some of these other drivers, but they usually died before that happened. So, nowadays we don't have drivers dying nearly as much. There's definitely more opportunity for people to reach the 7 number. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt. That race, that one of those first in his rookie season, was the race in China that it was pouring rain, and he was just flying around the track. I mean, you knew right then and there that... All right, so I need to go here, and... I guess I need to go here, because the bridge is out. I'm going to have to go here, and here, here... And I think you could say the same, I certainly could, say the same for Lewis. I mean, it was obvious that he had some extraordinary skill, and still does, obviously. But Max, especially as young as he was, there was no doubt about his skill level. Yeah, in the rain. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and they're about the only two drivers that can realistically start at the back of the starting grid and still have a decent opportunity of winning the race. And they have done it over, and they have done it a couple. I don't know that several times, but they've done it a couple times. It's not often they're in the back of the grid, but they have both done it a couple times already. That's the difference between a racer and a driver. A driver goes from 20th to 10th, or not even 10th, 20th to, I mean, that's the problem with Perez, is that he would, he could drive a car, he could qualify and all this other stuff, but, if he started out in 15th or 16th, especially in his latest years, he'd make maybe 3 or 4 spots, maybe make it into the points, maybe, usually not, which is why they cut him. Whereas Max and Lewis just can't handle cars being in front of them. They don't like it. It makes them mad. It makes them do what they do. Drive around people and take passes where most people wouldn't even think of taking a pass. So. And there are not many people like that. I really like Jensen Button. It's a really nice guy. Was he a racer? No. Was he a good driver? Absolutely. Daniel Ricciardo, I think, is the same thing. He's got a great personality, and he's a good driver of a car. He's never been a racer, and which is a shame. He's a really nice guy. The industry clearly liked him. I'm surprised he doesn't have a spot commentating, even though I think he's still trying to get into a seat. But I don't think he was realistic about his own ability either. But, again, really nice guy. A good driver of the car, not a racer. There just aren't that many people that really can push themselves and push the car and have the physical ability. I mean, it's clear that guys like Max and Lewis have physical characteristics, whether it's, twitch muscles or memory or ability to read the track or whatever, or just balls to do what they do and, make their way up the field the way they do. And I think, I've been reading some of the comments by Christian Horner and even Helmut Kohl about, why they chose Liam Lawson. And they saw some fire in him, I guess, is what they keep saying, which, I mean, I guess okay. But it ain't there. And the skill is definitely not there. But then you look at Antonelli. I mean, for a rookie, doing damn good. 2-3 spots behind his senior teammate. That's pretty good. He has not disappointed Mercedes at all. As a matter of fact, I think he's over delivered. So it'll be interesting to watch how he does in the coming years, as long as Mercedes can give him a decent car. But I think you're right in that a lot of the problems with Red Bull is Red Bull management, not necessarily the drivers, even though Lawson, I don't think, has a chance. And look, if you take a seat on the lead team in Red Bull, you've got to know that you cannot be last unless somebody crashes you out. I mean, come on. This is not a mystery. What do you want, Bug? You hungry? All right, hold on a second. Let me park the truck here. I'll feed you, okay? Why are you sniffing my chicken sandwich? I will have to say that the Chick-fil-A spicy smokehouse bacon sandwich is very good. I had one today. The only thing is, if you get the spicy version, you can't get it in. You can't get it grilled. You can only get it breaded, which kind of sucks because I prefer the grilled. But all right, let me turn that off. Let me go feed this cat real quick. Feeling bug. There you go. There you go. Let me go get my drink. You go ahead and eat. Oh. I forgot I have it on this mic. Listen to me, guys walk through my house here. Lord's child. All right. What you doing, kitten? It's all right, bug. Bug is my daughter's big calico. She's a super sweet cat, but she is crazy timid. And our early interactions in life were not the most pleasant. Because I was the one who had to wrangle up to take the vet and stuff. So she has been afraid of me all her life, but she's finally getting to where she is no longer afraid of me. Well, she's still afraid of me, not afraid of me, but she's wary. She's very wary of me. Interaction with me has led to going to the vet way too often. All right. But yeah, this looks like a really good season. I'm hoping the 2026 rules don't screw the whole series up. It doesn't look like they're big enough changes to do that. I like the really close racing. I also really like the way Liberty Media has been handling the series, as far as, you know, what they show, and, you know, they don't seem to care. Uh-oh. Oh, let's do that. They don't seem to care if the only racing on the circuit is the last two guys fighting for the last spot. They will show it to you. If somebody's leading by 10 seconds, you don't even see the leader. They don't even show it to you. Well, this is a problem. Which I like. I'm happy that they do that. I want to watch racing. I don't want to watch. You know, that's one of the things. Like when I get on this F1 app, what's going on with my chat? Huh? Okay. I get on this F1 app and I watch some of the older races. You know, especially with like Schumacher, because that's what everybody wanted to see was Schumacher. So that's all, you know, it's just showing him doing lap after lap after lap until he catches up to the field and he drives through the field and he doesn't, you know, lap after lap. And there's other racing going on and you only see maybe a replay of it or something. And it's like, I'd much rather watch three guys duke it out for 15th place than watch the leader who's 10 seconds ahead. Nobody's even near him. I want to watch cars race. That's all I care about. I'm thinking this is probably not the right line through here. The ice is awfully thin. Oh, sure. There's no doubt about it. Both in attitude and driving style and in skill. I mean, he's just so smooth. It's incredible. There's no doubt about it. Like Lewis, while he is a great racer, He doesn't drive the same way, anything near Michael style. I don't think he's as smooth. I mean, he's obviously got good driving skills because he gets a lot out of a car, but huh. Yeah. Yeah, and I would agree with that. You know, I don't want to take away anything from Lewis on that necessarily, but I think you're right. If the car isn't operating correctly, Lewis has a harder time extracting performance out of the car, I think. I think that's a fair statement. As much of a Lewis fan as I am. Yeah, clearly this was not the right line to take. And there is nothing out here. Yeah, there's nothing. See if I can get going forward here without pulling the truck and then get where I can get the truck. This is just really thin ice. As this race says, it's thin ice. But it's a lot thinner than I expected. Oh, I could have hooked to that. Okay, well. Oh, no, I want that on. There we go. Though, let's be honest, it isn't that often that Michael, or Max for that matter, had to deal with a crap car. I mean, last season I think Max definitely had to deal with a much more difficult car. Right, yeah. Yeah, no, and I agree. I'm not saying he couldn't. It's just once he hit Ferrari, no. And Max alone, yep, exactly. Yeah, again, a testament to Max's capabilities. You know, I will. You will get no disagreement from me if we want to talk about Max being a skilled racer. Probably one of the best ever. You know, certainly in the modern era. You know, I don't think you can compare him to Schumacher. I mean, you can, and there are definitely some similarities. I just don't think, you know, the cars are so different, the tracks are so different, the sport is so different that, you know, I hate when people go, well, what if Michael Schumacher was the same age and racing with these guys? Who knows? Now, do I think Michael Schumacher would be winning drivers' championships? Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. The man, you could put him in a cardboard box on a grassy hill, and he'd be racing and winning. So I just don't. You know, could you put him in a World Rally car and these guys win? Absolutely. Yeah. 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 Now, there may have been some physical, genetic stuff that, you know, Michael benefited from there, from Joss, because he definitely had, I don't think he had the mental skill, but he had some physical skill, clearly. I mean, he got to F1. You know, so there's money and there's physical skill that gets you there. But, we made it through that. We'll have to take a different route if we got to go across this again. Yeah. And again, that's hard, you know, it's so hard to judge that to some degree because, you know, I mean, look at Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is a good racer, but he's never gotten. I don't know that he's ever gotten the opportunity to race a really good car. He's raced some decent cars, and he's done well. He's also raced some crappy cars and done surprisingly better than I would have expected. Do I think he's in Max or Lewis's level? No. Whereas like Nico Rosberg, who I will be upfront. I don't like Nico Rosberg. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he does things. He's arrogant as all. He's more arrogant than your typical F1 driver, and he's not a good enough driver to do it. Yeah, I do too. I really wish, again, why Liam Lawson when you could pick up Hulkenberg for a season or two? I mean, Hulkenberg's got another 4 or 5 seasons of good racing in him. Senna, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, look, and this is, I don't know if you were on when we had our earlier discussion, because Noriko asked me that exact question. He's like, do you think Yuki's going to do better than Lawson did? I think he will because he's got more experience. Do I think he's a better driver than Lawson? Yeah, kind of. But do I think he's good enough to be in the top 5? Because he's got a top 5 car? No. I'll be surprised. He might be able to pull it off. He has matured a lot, but I don't think. I appreciate you stopping by the way, Senna. I don't think he's. I mean, I don't think Yuki Tsunoda is a racer. We were just talking about Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's a racer. There are several guys out there who are racers who always ended up in crap cars that I wish they had gotten better rides. But, when you come up in the age of Lewis and Max and, it's tough. I mean, Russell obviously is a very good driver. He's a decent racer. But the fact that Antonelli is keeping up with him already in his first 2 races, yeah. There's another excellent choice. If you want to develop a car, especially coming up on the 2026 new set of rules, Alonso would have been a much better choice. Alonso, Sainz, Hulkenberg. I mean, there's some guys in that field that they know what they're doing. I mean, they know how to drive a fucking car. They know how to race a car. The Lawson. Oh no, is the game gonna lock up on? Okay. The game is struggling. It's almost crashed on me a couple times. So yeah, I don't know what Red Bull was thinking on that one. I really don't. I remember watching Lawson in a couple races that he had, and I mean, he was decent. Did he really impress me? No, but Horner saw something in him. Either that or he brought some money to the team. But I don't know that Red Bull needs anybody to bring money to the team. Really, I mean, God knows Red Bull sponsors every racing series known to mankind. Yeah, I think going this way is the better idea. Oh, really? Okay. I remember I was just talking to Rick about that. I saw something where they were talking about sort of his aggressiveness and in his spirit or fight or something like that, and I was like, what? Okay, so that's what it. Yeah. Look who's laughing now. Checo's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Why did I go that way? Weird. Probably because I was talking. My brain capacity is clearly very limited these days. I can't talk and drop navigation markers at the same time. But it's making for a fun season. Get with that. Yeah, but he's no Max. Yeah, that. Again, I didn't see anything in his, whereas, again, I'll go back to Antonelli. The couple times that I saw Antonelli in an F1 car, I was like, okay, okay. Somebody knows what they're doing. Come on. There we go. And he's shown that. So, yeah, I mean, again, when I saw Lawson getting beat by, was it Borodello or whatever? Not Borodello. God, that's terrible. I can't think of his name, but he's driving for Sabre, and he was beating Lawson. It's like, come on. I guess if I had to put money on it, my money would be on Norris. That's the safe bet because the team may step in if Norris starts crying. I mean, complaining too much. But I think Piastri, if he can keep his emotions under control, I think he's the better racer. Norris is not bad. Norris is a very good racer. I think Piastri's better, but he makes mistakes too much right now. I think if he can get that under control. Oh, there was a load on this truck, wasn't there? Oops. Crap. I rolled it somewhere and lost the load. Hope they don't want the truck back with the load. I'll have to go back and get it. I just realized it doesn't have load on it anymore. But I think the team will intervene enough, either on the radio or in driver meetings or whatever, to keep Norris up front. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, obviously, but I hate team orders with a passion. It's one of the reasons why I was never a Ferrari fan, because they intervened way too often. I mean, if you want a what-if scenario in Formula One, it's like, what if Ferrari did not intervene all those times that Barrichello or whoever Michael Schumacher's teammate were able to just pass him. So I like them both too. I think that's what is going to make McLaren a really tough team this season for sure, because they have two very good drivers in two very good cars. And unlike Red Bull, as we were talking about earlier, unlike Red Bull, they take care of both of their drivers' cars. They're not favoring one over the other. So, I think for sure McLaren will walk away with the manufacturers' championship this season. I don't see how you don't, with both of those guys driving for you. I might. It depends on my schedule. I've got weekend coverage at work, and I've got a bunch of I got some disciplinary paperwork I got to do on some employees, and I got month end or quarter end stuff I got to do. So yeah, I'm hoping to be able to. Are you guys fighting it today? Because I really enjoy. I'm really glad they're doing these. I really enjoy those. Both those and the Rookie Cup. It's very interesting to see. Every game I've ever played that involves some sort of shooting, competitive play is so different from your normal play that Are you commentating on the Winter Cup finals? Senna? Commentate? Okay. Cool. Nice. All right. So you'll be streaming it and Rambo will be streaming it? What I might do is put you on one screen and Rambo on the other. We'll see. I started streaming Atomfall yesterday, and I definitely want to do some of that. What time are the? I mean, I can look it up obviously, but seeing as you're here, what time are the Winter Cup finals? Because I may watch it on one screen and do Atomfall on the other, and stream Atomfall. I flipped the damn thing again. $4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just there for the comic relief. Yeah. No, you do a good job, dude. It's just different styles, that's all. Whoops. Probably ought to drag it a little further. But he does. Rambo does do a really good job. All of you guys do, to be honest. I mean, Aaron, Jenks, it's fun. I know it's not easy. You're swapping between different people's streams and all that other stuff. I really wish they had a spectator mode, but you know the problem with the spectator mode. Well, I guess I mean you guys are you commentators are having to put a 4-minute delay on there anyway. Aaron was killing me with that because people were like, actually, it's like, dude, it's on a delay. No. Aaron, he's funny as hell. Entertaining, absolutely entertaining. But who do you? So Senna and Noriko, if Noriko's still on, it looks like he is. So who do you guys think out of those two drivers, 10 races from now, who do you guys think are going to be ahead? Norris or Piastri? And I think that's also either one of them is a safe bet for being in the lead of the drivers' championship at that point. The problem Max has is he doesn't have a teammate, and he's against two people who are very good. I think last season he got lucky that Piastri wasn't up to snuff yet. He made too many mistakes, and I don't see that being as much of an issue. Boy, the game does not like making that transition. I'm not saying he won't make mistakes, because I think he still will make mistakes more often than Norris does, but I think he might actually be the better driver at this point. Corner to corner, basically. As long as he can keep his mistakes under control, minimize them, I think he's going to be really tough to beat. Like I said, I think the only factor in there, the real factor, is whether the team intervenes or not. Yeah, so I'll be done my stream here at 3, so I should be able to catch the Winter Cup. I'll probably watch it while I'm working. We'll see. I've got one thing to do that I can't watch anything while I do it, but once I get that done, that should only be 20 minutes or so. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I don't disagree. I think it definitely make that task a lot harder, which is going to be a shame for Max to some degree. Again, as Noriko pointed out, he can make a crap car be a winning car, but there are too many good cars in the field with too many good drivers. You know, the Ferrari is looking pretty good. It's got some speed in the straights. It looks like it's faster than the Red Bull in the straights, to be honest. And it looks like this last race, they really worked out a lot of the handling issues that Lewis was having. And I think Lewis has got to get more used to the car, but he's getting there fast. That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So you got two decent drivers in the Ferraris. You got two really good drivers. I mean, Lewis is a really good driver. McLaren is a good driver, but he's not a good racer, in my opinion. But you've got two competent drivers in the Ferrari. You got two competent drivers in the McLaren. McLaren's the better car. Red Bull's got one really good driver, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay, they didn't care that the steel wasn't on there, so that's good. All right. So that's done. I guess I could use the Scout. Oh, there. Yep, I dumped the metal beams there. Oops. Yeah, I mean, I think Red Bull will win some races. I just think it's going to be a lot harder for them. It's not going to be a cakewalk by any stretch. I think they are going to really struggle with winning races. They'll get plenty of points. Well, they'll get plenty of points for his car. This is the other problem. If they don't bring in a better driver who can get points, which is the problem they were having with Perez. I mean, it's one car. You can only get so many points with one car. I mean, freaking Haas is getting points. Come on. So, I don't know. I don't see this being a good season for Red Bull because of the pick they made. Well, I mean, it's hard to argue otherwise because they've had so much trouble. All right, let's see. What, yeah, exactly. Stroll is getting points. They'd be better off with Stroll in the car at this point. Not that he would do that because it's not Daddy's car, but yeah. Stroll is getting points, for God's sake. You know, and Antonelli is, what, top 5, top 6, something like that? I mean, come on. Boy, locking the diff didn't help at all, did it? Made no difference. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's going to be a wild season. That's all I care about. It'll be fun to watch. Well, it's not all I care about, but I definitely want it to be a good season. There are too many years where watching F1 was boring as crap. I mean, it hasn't been boring for a couple of seasons now. Liberty Media's done a good job, and the new rules, I really like these new rules. It looks like the 2026 is just going to be sort of an evolution of the new rules, so, I mean, you know, and Noriko and I have talked about this, but we're having qualifying sessions where Q1, there's a few seconds between the guy at the top of the list and the guy at the bottom of the list. I mean, you got it. Yeah, I do too. You know, that's my dad and I were watching the race. That's exactly what he said. Valentino Rossi kind of vibe to him. Yeah. And calm and cool. I mean, some of the radio traffic, they're like, "Oh, sure, okay." It's like he's driving down a freaking a country road in a convertible, just enjoying the day. It's crazy. I mean, if he's really that cold, that calm, cool, and collected, that's dangerous. You get that guy with, I mean, and he's got some racing talent, obviously, and he's not afraid to push for a pass. If he doesn't get if his feathers don't get ruffled, the rest of the field better watch out, because he is going to eat your lunch. So yeah, Antonelli looks really good. Hopefully nothing breaks him along the way, because I was, I watched him through the free practice and stuff, and he was doing so well and dealing with the car and issues with the car. And what did he finish? 2 or 3 places behind Russell in his second race in the car? It's like, dude. I mean, Russell's no slouch. I'm not taking anything away from Russell. He's not my favorite driver by any stretch, but he's not. He's a good. He knows how to race a car. He's not as good as Max and Lewis, in my opinion, but he's a good racer. These tires with chains on them just don't like rocks. These ice-covered rocks are a bitch. But yeah, Antonelli looks real promising. Okay, I could turn here, but I don't want to get stuck in the lake. And there was one other. Oh, Behrman. I tell you what, I am impressed with Behrman. And he was impressive when he was driving the when he was a substitute driver. But I mean, he is making that Haas car work. And he didn't seem like he was making a ton of mistakes. And even when he did, he recovered really quickly. So I think he's worth keeping an eye out for. I mean, if he gets a seat in a top team, then yeah, I think he could really do something. I don't know that he's Antonelli level, but again, he did pretty well for being in probably one of the worst cars in the field right now. I mean, the Haas car has gotten better. Obviously, the Ferrari engine has gotten better, so there's clearly been some assistance there. But yeah, I was duly impressed with his performance as well. Can I turn this way and get this thing turned around? Probably, yeah, that's going to be the easiest thing to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next weekend's the next race, right? Yeah, I think it's next weekend. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this season. I think this season's going to be good. Everybody's got sort of the top of the technology. Nobody's really changing much because they're all working on 2026 cars, or at least they should be. So I'm excited to see what we get this season. We got a lot of good drivers in the field. And that's the biggest thing I think for making exciting racing. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 top-notch veteran drivers. 5 really. I throw Russell in there. The Ferrari and the Mercedes look like good cars. The Red Bull is shaky, and obviously the McLarens. And frankly, some of the smaller teams are doing, have clearly made some improvements. Haas, Williams. I know that's one of the reasons why I'll give him his due. He's a decent racer, but I can't stand him. For much the same reason I couldn't stand Nico Rosberg. Just drama queen nonsense. I don't have any tolerance for it. So let's see, where's that guy's truck? It's over here, right? Yeah. Just don't have a tolerance for it. That's why I'm looking forward, 3 or 4 years when Russell goes to another team and Antonelli's the lead driver at Mercedes or something. Like, okay, good. Bye-bye, Russell. We're not interested anymore. Where's that truck? Oh, there's the Lodestar. Okay. Here, we'll try to just come straight across here and pick it up. Let's try that. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Russell's. I don't know what it is. It's the drama queen. I mean, I know what it is. I did love the days of Nico. I mean, he reminded me. He isn't as bad as Rosberg, but Rosberg would be like 5 car lengths behind Lewis, and asking the team to let him go by, and the team's like, okay, let Nico go by, and Lewis is like, he's got to catch me first. It's like, dude, you're nowhere near him. What are you talking about? What? It's just so weird. And then, of course, we had was it 2016? Yeah, it was 2016, wasn't it? Where Nico kept. Now, this was some of my bias, so I'll accept that as an accusation. But Nico wrecking the 2 of them in order to try to get Lewis out of the points so that he had a chance at the championship. And of course, he got the championship and immediately exited the entire racing series. So, because he knew he wasn't gonna. He was never a world championship driver. I'm sorry. Not in my opinion. That season was a mess. And of course, that's where we got Russell and more drama queen. Instead of more cowbell, we got more drama queen. So I'm in full agreement on you on that one. But gotta keep going up. Yeah. Of course. Driving my $250,000 RV through Quebec. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Well, The garage was divided because the drivers were divided. Nico did not like playing second fiddle to Lewis, but he didn't. Again, there may be some bias in here, but I'm trying to be objective as possible. Rosberg just didn't have the talent, and he didn't like. I mean, he and Lewis grew up together. They grew up in Monaco together, racing go-karts. Lewis was always a better driver, a better racer than he was. And they ended up on the team together, and they started off as friends, but Nico couldn't handle the fact that he wasn't as good, but he wanted his championship, and so that season he got his championship because, and if you watch those races on the F1 app, you can see it clear as day, at least it's clear to me, that Nico was literally forcing Lewis off the track so that he could win the championship, and he just barely did, and he immediately retired. And of course, they have him on as a commentator, and I almost want to turn the app completely off. It's like I do not want to listen to this idiot. But God, he was a drama queen. Always complaining about stuff. Ooh, that was more of a. Okay, that was a little higher than I thought it was. Oh well, no problem. No problem at all. The old Earth Roamer can handle it. Urgh. We just drive off a cliff. So I think the garage was divided. Like Lewis and Russell clearly got along, or at least seemed to. I mean, again, they're both very competitive people, so they got that. But all right, man, take a good one. Have a good one, and I'll try to catch you on the commentary side for the Winter Cup. Yeah, it's good. Anytime, man. I'll try to catch your stream and we can do it again. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, so I think what I'm going to have to do is ditch. Let's refuel. See how much room is in the Lodestar. Oh, okay. Well, service kit is full, so. All right, we're going to ditch this. I guess we don't have to. We could tow it with the trailer. Yeah, let's try that first. All right, where do I have to drag this thing? I gotta drag it somewhere way far away. Okay, it's not that far. As a matter of fact, I could just turn it around and drag it the way I came. Well, no, not really. Well, I might be able to get up here. Alright, so we're going to try that. So we're going to go here to here to here, here. Yeah. let's try that. So we need to get turned around. Hmm. .15 turn here. There we go. Now the trick is we're going to get the lodestar turned around. So tell you what, we're going to drop the trailer. Do a little planning here. Let's do this. Back up. All right. As long as I can get the front end pointed relatively close to where I want to get it headed, I should be okay. Well, that's not really how I want to work that, but all right, let's do it this way. Be easier if I could get in the truck and drive it, but I don't think I can do that. All right. Can I squeeze by this thing? Okay, squeeze being a relative term. Yeah, I can. Okay. Might work the trailer to my advantage here. Yeah. Okay, good. We're heading in the right direction. Might dump the truck over jump the truck over, but we'll see. Okay. There we go. That worked. As long as I don't flip the earth roamer, we should be in good shape. There we go. Nice. Smooth recovery. Now I think I'm going to run this about another 20 minutes. And then I may turn on Atom Fall and play that for about 2 hours. End the stream at 4 because I've got something I've got to do at 5. Well, really 4:15, so probably play this, like I said, for another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go, I'll switch over to Atom Fall for a little bit. we go. Well done. Deep snow, I'm probably going to have to winch my way, winch Earth Roamer, and then inch the Lodestar, and then winch the Earth Roamer, so on and so forth. We'll see. So far, we're making decent progress. And keep out of these snow drifts, I'll be alright. Here, we'll hit the, we'll lock the diffs here and see how, yeah, lockers are definitely helping in this situation. Rotate around. Get it past the telephone pole. There we go. Well, here, I can just do that. There we go. And we're free. Alright, we should be able to get this done in 15 minutes. That'll be another mission out of the way. Didn't really track down the resources we needed, unfortunately. Oh. But it is what it is. What is it? It's hot in here. Oh. All this computer equipment and screens definitely gets the heat level up. Hey kitten, what you doing? I just always feel like I'm sitting too low. Can't really see the road. Fortunately, I just got to stay on the road here. So. And we'll take this truck up here. We'll drain the fuel tanks dry. And then we will carry on. Well, we'll call it a day for SnowRunner. I'll probably end the stream and then restart it with Atomfall. Otherwise, people won't be able to find the second episode, so. This will be about a 10-minute break in there. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. With this spring weather, it's nice. It's like, should I even be inside during the daytime? But trying to do this in the evenings and the weekends is not always the best plan for me. So mornings works well. And I'll be on the same time tomorrow. I'll be on from noon until 3 tomorrow, just because I've got scheduling things that I got to deal with. I'd like to get back to my 9 to noon schedule, but my IRL schedule is not cooperating, so. But I still want to get on and stream for everybody. And of course, April 10th, with this coming out April 10th on the Xbox, I'll play on the Xbox and we can do some co-op, which will be fun. I wouldn't be able to do it today anyway because I could get a call from work and got to go and have to go into work. So, and I've still got work I got to do today. Got some of it done this morning, but probably not stay up so late tonight. Work on that earlier in the morning. How much further we got to go here? Ooh, it's really struggling once you get... Okay, we're close. Thought so. All right. Next weekend, of course, we got the F1 race, so I'll be watching that in the evenings. All kinds of good things going on. Lock to diffs. Put those lockers on. Oh no, really? Probably could have left the trailer out here. Try to skirt around this puddle. Oh, I went too far. Crap. There we go. Should be it. Yep, there we go. Come on. You can do it. Or not. Maybe you can't do it. Well, that's not helping. Why? Oop. That's the one I want right there. You're getting these frozen mud puddles, man. They're brutal. Alright. Try this again. Not recommended in reality. You don't want to tow with your trailer. This is just a bad idea. Pine Heaven Trailer Park. There you go. Almost there. Come on. Living out here in God's country. Well, I don't know if it's God's country. Yeah, I guess it is. But the winters are brutal up here. Nothing the Earthwormer can't handle. Alright. Refuel. Source is a lodestar. Yeah, we can do that. We'll just put it right in the Earthwormer. Steal the man's gas and then give him his truck back. Messed up. It's not right. It's just not right. And then take his money to boot. It's wrong. All right. So, what do we got next? Oh, we still got a lot of map to uncover. Holy crap. Well, what we may do is we may go back to... May go back to the other map. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. Yeah, see, we haven't even uncovered all this yet. Whoops. Go back to the harbor. There we go. So there's the burlap. Okay, so we've uncovered most of this. So there's the new plant's garage there. So we could... And there's the... Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure what we'll do next. So, all right, folks. I'm going to shut the stream down for a minute. I'm going to swap over to Atom Fall, play that for a couple hours, and then that'll be it for me today. Well, I don't know. I might play Atom Fall later on tonight if I've got time. We'll see. Maybe 6 to 8, something like that. We'll see. I got to get these bridges fixed, and I really haven't been focusing on that enough. So that may be the next thing we do. All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out for SnowRunner. And if you want to catch Atom Fall, I will be on here probably in another 10 minutes or so. Oop, what the hell happened there? The hell?